Kenny Bayless, Kenny Bayless. With his big old crazy eyes. You got some big old crazy eyes, Kenny Bayless. I'm sure he's heard that a lot. On a serious note, look, Kenny Bayless was there to help Wilder. That was his job. That's why he was hired. Yes, he's there to be a referee and make sure that the fighters, you know, keep it clean, keep it within the rules of boxing. But to ignore what was clearly a attempt to save a wounded fighter, a wounded warrior, when what he should have done was more likely, start looking into what was going on with his ear, you know, see if that was a busted eardrum or what. He was there trying to save Wilder from losing. But at that point, it was over, right? I believe this fight was over after the second round. But legitimately, you can start saying that that fight should have been stopped probably around round 4. Maybe you could have stopped it after round 5. I mean, I don't know what was going on. Round 6, he was totally spent. It was just like he was just waiting for Fury to land that last punch that would just take him out. But Kenny Bayless, he tried his best, but he couldn't stop what was going to happen. He took a point away from Fury after Fury knocked him down and was just beating the crap out of Wilder. But that's the best he could do. We've seen him let in plenty of fights Floyd Mayweather hold on to his opponents, take his time to breaking it in, but not in this one. Anytime they got in the clinches, right, he was trying his best, but it wasn't going to work. Wasn't going to work Saturday night. Fury was on a mission to expose Wilder. And that's what that was. He didn't only want to win the fight, he wanted to expose him, because we saw him just, going there to say, let me just win on points and beat Wilder easily in the first fight. And I don't want to see no rematch because they fought 19 rounds. I mean, what else do you want? You can make an argument that Wilder lost every single one of them, including the rounds that he got, the knockdown. Because he got back up and outboxed him, especially in that 12th round in the first fight. And he just picked up from there. Picked up right from that moment in this fight. And that wasn't by accident. That wasn't by, the rhythm of just getting your fighter's timing down and understanding what he's doing, right? It was part of that, but it was just, I know what this guy's gonna do. The 1-2. He started off a little creative with terrible footwork and positioning and all that, but he threw the double jab and tried to come with the overhand right. And you saw when he started off that way, Fury basically take the momentum of that right hand by rolling with those punches and nothing. That's why he took it well. He understood he had a beat on Wilder, which is not that easy. Which is pretty easy to pick up on, and he walked him down with hard punches, which I knew he could do. I didn't predict a knockout because you can't, going into this fight. I can't trust Tyson Fury, but I knew if his best chance to dominate was to put something in those punches and all this. Well, if he puts some zap in his punches, he's gonna leave himself available to a shot from Wilder, and he wouldn't be able to recover. Man, when he was hitting Wilder with hard shots, he was breaking them apart. You didn't have to worry about no punches coming in or sticking around long enough. You didn't have to worry about that. He punches harder than Wilder. He's a harder puncher. Yeah, maybe Wilder has a harder punch when it comes to that one punch catching his opponent off guard. But head to head, Fury's the harder puncher, man, and that should be obvious to people. He's the bigger man. He outweighed Wilder by 40 pounds, and he came in good shape. He came in determined. When Tyson Fury comes in the way he came in last night, he probably punches hard, harder than guys like Wilder and anybody else in the weight class. Okay? So, Tyson Fury's father was right. John Fury was right. All that other shit that you've been seeing Tyson do leading up to this fight, it's not really who he is. Fight on Saturday night is who he is. And I don't think any heavyweight today could beat that guy. That guy that showed up on Saturday night? No. He proved himself to be the king of this heavyweight division, of this era. A lot of it has to do because Wilder was exposed. He has terrible, man, just terrible self-awareness of danger in the fight, you know? And that he showed a little bit of heart. I guess, maybe. He showed some heart. He didn't want to quit. Even though that fight should have been stopped. His corner should have stopped the fight. The ref should have stopped the fight. After the 5th round. That fight should have been stopped. But that's it. He got shut down. Wilder got shut down. And his fans, you can blame... You guys are not even real boxing fans, to be honest with you, man. You're just Wilder fans. You can blame his corner all you want, and they deserve certain blame. Yeah, they do. But it's Wilder, man. He's not a good student. Or maybe he's the one that calls the shots. I don't know, but he thought he could keep getting away with this. Just the 1-2, not against a guy like Tyson Fury, not a guy who is coming in there to win. He's more skilled than you, hits harder than you. Not against a guy like that, man. I hope they don't fight a third time because I don't need to see it. I don't need to see a third fight. Wilder is done. And this time, nobody could save him. No Kenny Bayless, no Al Heyman, no matchmaking, nothing. I think, they went into this fight and said, look, we'll play it fight by fight. We'll see what happens in this fight. And we'll see what we can do on to the next one. It was a nice attempt on Kenny Bayless' part to prolong an ass whipping that was going to end with Wilder not finishing the fight. And that's exactly what happened. And, they probably cashed him out. As far as they could take him. Shout out to the LDBC.